Have you ever got halfway to somewhere and then had this horrible feeling in the pit of your stomach that you've forgotten something, and then you run through it and you realise, yes, I have forgotten something and I'm already halfway there? Well, same thing happened to me tonight. I'm rushing around after work, getting the boat ready, hooked up. I put all my little bait into my little bait esky. I stuck it out near the car, and then I went inside to say goodbye to my wife, came outside, started talking to the dog, jumped in the car and left my bait behind. So I've got all the way, well, pretty much all the way out, and realised I haven't got my bait with me. So it looks like I'm gonna have to come up with another option, which will be soft plastics. And well, I got the fly on there as well, so I'm gonna go soft plastics and fly. I don't know, see how it goes, I guess. But the other downside of having no bait is I also have no burley. I've got, now I've got to stop and roll around here, get a bit of a drift anyway. I've got leftover burley in the pot from last night because I had a funny feeling I was coming out tonight. I just left it in there. So yeah, I don't know, if you live in the suburbs, you're probably not going to get away with that because your neighbours are probably going to whinge. But me, I'll leave the burley in the pot overnight. If I use it the next day, I'll use it the next day. If not, when I get home late, I generally don't empty it out or wash the boat, so I'll leave it till the next afternoon, then I'll wash it out and wash the boat. I'll just tip it back into a plastic bag and into the fridge it goes. So I've got leftover burley. I don't think there's very much, and I've got no bait, so I'll hook up some soft plastics and I might get the flyer out. I don't know how it's going to go in this wind. It's actually quite strong from the southeast, but it's not too bad. Once I get anchored, I'll give it a crack. I'm just going for a bit of a drive here. I'll show you what I'm planning to anchor on. Normally I'd have a bit of a look around and see if I can find some bait. I've got a bit of time today, so it's probably not too bad. I'll have a bit of a cruise. This is a bit of a ledge that I've marked before in the past. I've been here. I know it holds fish. I know it holds bait. Generally, if there's no bait here, they're generally not too very far away. 14 meters. There's a bit of a ledge there, but that's not the actual thing I'm looking for here. I'll sound over here a bit further and I'll show you what it is. The actual bit of structure here. So it's sort of like a bummy. The reef drops off onto sand, and then there's like a bit of a bummy behind the reef, and this bummy pops up, and it's like 17 odd meters. Well, there's a bit of action on the bottom there. I don't know if you can see that. But the bummy pops up and then it drops out to about 16 down to 18 meters behind. So this is sort of the back of it here, which is kind of where I'm planning to sit. So what I'll do is I'll drive straight into the wind until it gets to that 14 meter mark, and then I'll drop the pick and hopefully let the wind go back. Because don't forget, as you're driving forwards, your sounder's still reading quite a bit behind you. So by the time your sounder's reading the bit that you want to be, it's already quite a bit behind you. So I'll wait till I see what I want, and then I'll drop the pick pretty much right there, because I know by the time I let a bit of string out, I'm going to probably reverse back onto the part that I'm looking for. I don't know if that makes sense or not. There's a bit of action on the bottom here. All right, let me get anchored up and then I'll see if I can get plastic out and see how we go. So by the time that anchor gets to the bottom and the wind is blowing me backwards at the same time, I'll probably end up pretty close to on the ledge. I'm going to call that and stop there and just see where I am. The beauty of this winch is you can just let a bit out or winch a bit more in just to make sure you get right where you want to be. Well, that was a decent swell. The swell's actually not too bad today. Okay. And here we go, pretty much parking right on top of where that bait was, which is pretty close to where I want to be. I'm just going to let a little bit more out because I kind of want to be on the edge of the reef, not on top of it, especially with this swell. All right, there it is. I've got about, I don't know, half an hour, 45 minutes worth of sunlight left. Helco paddle prawn. There's my Helco paddle prawn. I'm going to whack that one out and I'll give the pot a bit of a pump. I don't really know how much is in it. I don't think there's a huge amount in it. All I really want to do is just get a bit of smell on the water. I'm not too fussed about it, just a bit of smell. Yeah, there's not very much left in it. There's a little bit coming out. Bit of smell on the water. I'll let the fish know I'm here. I'm going to get this paddle prawn out. Whoosh. Simple cast. That's on a really light jig head, so I'm just going to stick that in a holder, give it a chance to sink. Actually, I'm going to stick it in this side, and then I'm going to get the fly rod out, and I'll fly rod out that side where I can use my preferred side. See what happens. Alrighty, so there's the fly. Just a simple deceiver style. It's only really small too. I've only got on really small hooks. But you know what, I'm going to waft it out. If I pick up a couple of skippy, that's even handy for bait, so I'll whack this doggy out. What I'm going to do, call it cheating, call it what you want, bit of striker's lure scent, smack some of that on the fly, make that smell nice as well. As I've mentioned before, on many occasions, I am no fly caster. So I just strip a bit of line out. Strip it into the boat might make it easier. Strip a bit of line out. It doesn't cast very well till the line gets wet. Once the line's wet, it actually slides a bit better. Yeah, that's probably enough. All I really need to do is get maybe 15 meters of line out, just enough for it to waft down to the bottom there. I actually don't really want it on the bottom. I'd rather just have it wafting around behind the boat. I'm just going to cast that out again, have another crack at it. That was super successful knot. Yeah, that's better. Now the line's wet, she's actually flicking nice and, yep, perfect. So that's about 15 meters out. I'm happy with that. Just let that sink. While that's sinking down, I'm actually going to hold it because I know what's going to happen here. I'm going to wind that paddle prawn up a little bit so that's just bouncing off the bottom. I'm going to put this rod here, inviting trouble, but I'm ready to grab it if it does go off. And I'm going to cast this paddle prawn back out again and get this on the sink, because I really always want this on the sink, and I really want it out to this left hand side here, away from where my fly is too. Right, well that didn't go so badly. See how we go. Look, I say it all the time, this is really not about fishing for me. This is just about getting a bit of time, a bit of breathing space. I've finished work. Sun's going down real fast. I think I overestimated how much time I had. So there's a bit of a ripping northerly current going, which is making my fly go this way. So I'm casting out that side and the fly's wafting out and going this way. But that's all right. All I need to do is just twitch it up, just lift it every now and then. I know tradition is you strip it in and work it like this. You can do that as well. But ultimately I just want this wafting. I just want it wafting around down there. Just waft, waft, waft. Just down near the bottom somewhere. That's all I really need with this. That'll do exactly what it needs to do down there. If it's going to do it at all. I'm really running out of time now. Fast running out of time. Oh, touch, 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 touch. Yep, hang on. What do we got here? Yeah, I got something on. Oh.
not super heavy. It's not super light. Could just be a skippy or something. Oh, it's getting a bit of... Could be a skippy or something like that, which would be handy for bait. Yeah, it's a skippy. Cool. I'll take it. Skippy on fly. I'll take it. Always good. I'll use him for baits next time we come out. Actually, I'll just measure him, make sure he's size, but I'm pretty sure he is. Silver trevally, yeah, he's easy size. Oh, he's a top quality bait for next time I come out. What have you done to yourself here, buddy? That was the shittest fly cast ever. You can't fly cast when you're standing on your line, people. Oh, finally there's something on the sounder here. About time. There's been absolutely nothing the whole time I've been here. Finally some squiggles move through. Oh, and I'm getting touched straight up. Yeah. Yeah, and it's a good fish. Oh, there you go. See how good is that? I saw them come through the sounder. Oh, saw them come through. I knew my fly was wafting down there in the zone where it needed to be. And there we go. Oh, now I've just got to land it on this ridiculous little outfit. I don't know if you've ever fished fly before, but it's really not sensible gear. Oh, it's not sensible gear at all. Oh, it's just about got me down to the backing here, and he hasn't even run. Oh, now my GoPro's just gone flat. Looks like I'm on the... Oh, I feel like this might be a snapper. I can't let him get me. Oh, he just wants to go down to the backing. Oh, I don't want you to go that way, buddy. Come back this way. Oh, at least I got the take on that cam. Oh, this is a solid fish. I know I'm using ridiculous tackle, and this fly rod makes everything feel big, but this actually feels like it's quite decent. It's not huge. Oh, did I just drop it? I think I just dropped it. Oh, I just dropped it. Oh, what just happened there? I reckon it's that little hawk. Like, you guys saw the hook, it's a pissant little 2-0 or something. Something's just let go. Oh! Just let go. Oh, they're still on there. Where's my fly? There you go, it's still on there. It's still there. I think I'm gonna have to get some bigger flies. That's all there is for it. Snapper with their hard mouths. This fly just didn't get in there where it needed to. There's still some on the sounder. I might just whack it back out, see if I can get another hook up. There's still a couple showing. You can see on the bottom there. I might whack it back out. I'll just quickly swap it now. I'll give it another 5 and see what happens. Oh, I'm just gonna leave this one running. Wow. I'm only going to give this another fly because I really don't want to be out too late tonight. My wife said I'm cooking up an awesome dinner and I want to be there for it. I'm eating it cold like I did last night when I got home. Not to mention the cold shoulder that goes with the cold dinner. Yeah, the marks have moved on now. You saw that, I showed you those marks on the sounder and whack, straight in, just like that. That was snapper for sure. Just give it another 5 minutes and just see. They might come back. There's really not much burley, but this boat has just got this boat's just got like a residual oil slick around it because I pumped so much burley through that pot that it's just like absorbed oil. And it's got a continual slick around it anyway, so even without burley it's always got oil and a certain smell to it. Ah, they're gone. They're gone. That was my shot. Vroom. Gotta love the force rake. I'm absolutely loving this Mercury and I'm loving this winch too, so I just gently put it in gear, just in gear, idling forwards. I just drive forward on the winch here, keep my eye on it, and as I drive over the top of that boomer anchor, 9 times out of 10 it just pulls straight back out backwards the way it went in. On the times it doesn't, the pin just pops and you don't even know it, it's just so effortless, and up she comes. Here's the little crusty bit that I was sitting on. Oh yeah, it's in. Yep, the anchor's in. Yep, just popped out. Too easy. Here comes my anchor and chain now. For seaweed. Yep, the boomer's still on. The pin didn't pop. Beautiful. Alright. Just a nice casual cruise back in now. I so love this boat and the way I can stay dry. It doesn't really matter how choppy it is and how strong the wind is. This boat just eats it. Oh, there's a fair bit going on with the swell tonight. It's definitely come on the rise. Okay, I didn't have a win tonight. I hooked the fish I was after, but obviously that hook just didn't get the job done like it was meant to. I'm out of here. If you like what we're doing here, drop us a subscribe and a like, or put a comment on the channel. Anything else that you want to see. You want to see more fly fishing, want to see more soft plastic lure fishing, let me know what it is you want to see and I'll do my best to accommodate. Until the next video, stay tuned and thanks for watching.